All right, just a few minutes, we'll be ready for the Blue Gamer Bluecast morning show. Thanks for tuning in. Well, hey, good morning. Welcome to the Blue Gamer Bluecast morning show. I'm your host, Adam Blue, 30+ year video game enthusiast and industry analyst. And today, for March 6, 2025, I'll go through the latest gaming news, what I've been playing. We'll talk gaming. Not a whole lot of news, but maybe some interesting discussions we'll get into. And just as I am doing gaming things, I just integrate it into the show. Might be interesting. Okay. So, where do we get started? Well, for those that know Evangelion, I got this. What is this? Well, sure, there's some high-end action figures for Evangelion, but this was something I saw interesting on Amazon, and it's cheaper than the high-end action figures, and it's actually something you build. So I'll be getting into this a little bit later. I think that'll be pretty cool. But it's funny to think now that I am in the world of Evangelion. Is there a game? Is there an Evangelion game? I'll have to find out. And I'm sure there is, but is it good? Well, let's see here. Let's jump into what I've been playing. So I didn't play a lot yesterday, actually, but I did play more of Record of Lodoss War, Deedlit, which is the name of the character, in Wonder Labyrinth. I played some more after the stream, or far after stream, like after work, and or on my lunch, maybe. Yeah, that's right. I was using my ROG Ally that I got here, and I was playing on my lunch break, and I realized something. I was like, wait a minute. So when I was playing on stream, or when I'm playing on my PC, and I thought it looked slow motion, there's actually something to that. There is actually something going on that's wrong with the game on my computer, and we're going to troubleshoot that in a little bit, because I was playing it on my ROG Ally, and it was more fast-paced and fluid, and I was like, wait a minute, this is different. So I did beat a couple more bosses. It's interesting. So here's a couple things I like that the game does. One is there are times where when I get to a new area, I'll travel around looking for a safe point and then die and then have to start over. That's just a classic Metroidvania thing that sometimes games are made very easy to where that is not as much of an issue anymore. I would even say, like, when I played Guns of Fury, there's only a couple times where I died. I was like, I have to go through that part again. I'll do it later. It was happening more at regular Lodoss War, and I think that's just speaks to how its difficulty works. Because then when I go to the other areas, I'm just wiping enemies clean. But yeah, with the bosses too, it's where I will. Yeah, that's right. I think we left off where there was a boss I died on, and then I think I beat it maybe after 2 more attempts. And, this might be a bad way of going about it, but I found a way early on to cheese the boss. It was the one where I had to change. If this was the one I was showing, I had to change the color from fire, wind, orange, blue, based on the projectiles coming at me. I found when both enemies are engaged in their projectiles, if they do it when I'm against one of the walls, one color of projectile won't ever touch me, just the other. So then I can just sit there and whack at the boss. Yeah, that's right. I did, and then there was a boss after that that I don't think I played on stream, or did I? The dragon. I don't know. Anyway, lots of bosses. One thing I will criticize the game about, and it's interesting because it mirrors Blade Chimera, is the map itself and the world. It just seems like it's arbitrary, just grids of where you go. And like when I'm playing Castlevania Symphony of the Night, for instance, the map is built to look like a castle. So when I look at the map, I feel like I'm looking at a location or something. Whereas in Blade Chimera and Record of Lodoss War, so far it's just a map to just show where the blocks of panels you've been to, if that makes sense. I don't know. Let's see. They have games, but they're all Japan exclusives. One I think looked good, but I have no. Okay, the Jin and a free duo. Okay, so yeah. Then after that, that man, you remember that? Good job. Yeah, after that was a dragon boss. You're really good with the remembering those names. And when I come across bosses for the first time, I'm just like, F the name, let's fight them. And then I'm always like, that boss. Yeah, I need to hold on to the name. Okay, so another game I played is this. Beyond the Ice Palace 2. It's a demo on Steam right now. This is very interesting because this is something Steven of Midnight Hatter might be interested in looking at, because it is a grappling hook Metroidvania. I guess there was a game that came out in like 88, 89 on PC called Beyond the Ice Palace. So this is the sequel this many years later. And it's a Metroidvania, and I played it, and I do like it. I will say that there are some parts about it that make it seem unpolished, but again, this is a demo. And it's very interesting because you have your grappling hook, and you press X to use the hook or to smash it. If you see like treasure chests or doors will have like a little ring on it, you're supposed to press and hold down the attack button and then press back on the D-pad to pull it. If you hook into something, you can swing, or you could press RB to dash up, or dash from that point that you've grappled. And then you could press Y to then spin the grapple. So what's interesting is I like that it's a grappling hook Metroidvania that's actually is just funny that's coming out right now. I think the main issue I have with it is there's all these different face buttons that serve different functions for the grappling hook. And I think the best course of action is to make it very contextual, intuitive with the grappling hook. But I don't know. We'll play it more and see. It's doing what Steven and I have been talking about, but the controls are just completely different. I find it interesting. But yeah, that's really about it for what I've been playing. So yeah, we can jump into some news. Let's see. PlayStation's new LA team is making a co-op multiplayer game. So it's interesting, co-op multiplayer. I mean, that sounds better than saying they're going to make an extraction shooter or some live service game. Let's see. According to the job, was the project completely new IP, so that's good. While this project's existence became public recently, not much else was known. That this job listing reveals several new details with the qualifications, specifically asking for experience with co-op multiplayer gameplay. Moreover, we spotted a job listing for senior gameplay engineer which further alludes to the multiplayer focus, referencing the game's key systems. This job listing points to networking, confirming the presence of online play. Okay, the title appears to be based on the live service genre. That's an interesting way to word it. This listing also confirms the team is utilizing Unreal Engine 5. So I guess that's the new standard, right? Unreal Engine 5. Interesting, because it's Sony and they're using Unreal Engine 5. I don't know. But that's pretty neat. A co-op multiplayer game. And if we were to like dive into the terminology for different genres, multiplayer types, when I see co-op multiplayer, here's what I'm thinking. Like recently what came out of Avowed or Rise of Ronin on PlayStation or Stellar Blade on PlayStation? What if you could play those games through co-op with someone else? That's all that really needs to be done here, I think, to revitalize gaming. A lot of times when a game is being made to be multiplayer, the whole game from the ground up is built to be this system. Whereas they should just take a game and then focus resources on, okay, how can we just easily have it where there's another player around? I think that's the hurdle they need to get over. And I can even remember, like, when I remember thinking this when Aliens Colonial Marines came out. Now I know that didn't turn out that great, but I was like, wouldn't this be fun if I just had another person with me? But why don't they just do that? There's a lot of games like Dragon's Dogma. It's like, why don't I just have another person with me? I think there's a lot of games that they could do that, and they just don't for some reason. Co-op multiplayer makes me think it's co-op, but beyond the standard 2-4 players. Yeah, I'm curious. I because ever since multiplayer came on the scene, I feel like terminology was thrown around. Massive multiplayer online. Well, that almost meant RPG all the time, MMO. Um, stuff like that. And I because again, I feel like they could just take a single player game and just make it co-op. Like, okay, so let's look at Helldivers 2, for instance. That doesn't have as much of a curated, deliberate story mixed with the gameplay as you're going through the world. It would be cool if they added that and then you were just doing that co-op. Yeah, it's very interesting. Even playing a game like Avowed, when you have so many different spells, that's multiplayer. Like, and originally Avowed was going to be multiplayer, and they had to redo it a couple times. So I miss proper co-op games. Even Mecha Break would be so much more fun being PvE co-op. Is it not PvE co-op? That's interesting because I played the demo, and to be honest, I guess it was like an extraction level, and I was like, yeah, I've kind of done this. And then when the level ended, all of a sudden, all these loot boxes appeared, and I was like, yeah, I don't know. Okay, so Monster Hunter Wilds has you hooked right now. I've been thinking about jumping into that because right now I don't have a main game. There are some main games coming out here soon, but Monster Hunter Wilds is definitely getting a lot of good buzz, even from people I trust and respect about their opinions on games. They're saying a lot of good things about it. In the open beta, Mecha Break has the PvP in Extraction. Okay, the only game modes right now. Yeah, and from what I played, I mean, it's cool, but all right. So yeah, multiplayer stuff. See, I know people will probably be upset about Sony still trying to make live service games, but it's important. Yeah, and here's the other thing. Again, this is where this conversation is like, this person is assuming that we're all assuming that, hey, live service. And again, that just because something is a co-op multiplayer game doesn't mean it's a live service. I mean, it says the title appears to be based on the live service genre, but again, live service isn't a genre. This kind of goes back again to why sometimes video game discussion online is just so weird, because we will take certain terms, which again, labels, what do they mean? But they will use that as like a fact to describe something. And it's like, well, that, doesn't really matter. Like, it doesn't matter if they're making a new co-op multiplayer game, like if it's live service or not. That's really just the economics that we'll probably learn about more later. Oh, that's probably something for me. I'll get it. I had some groceries deliver. I'll grab it. Okay, thank you. Okay, let's move on actually, because here's some like more into the good news area is that Marvel 1943 Rise of Hydra, because I remember, recently Monolith got shut down. They canceled that Wonder Woman game, and you'd think Marvel is such a rich property. There could be so many cool games. I'm not a huge Marvel fan, but I recognize they can make cool games. For instance, I saw Captain America Brave New World. I don't know why they haven't made a game based on that character, based on the Falcon Captain America, because between the shield, the wings, and he has his little bird dude that helps him out, that's like some of my favorite gameplay from like Sniper Elite 5, Metal Gear Solid 5. Just think left trigger, shield, the Falcon wings, and then it absorbs kinetic energy, and then you could press a button to like shoot the energy out. Anyway, so much that could be done there. But anyway, so this Rise of Hydra is going to come out around Christmas 2025, which is pretty neat. And this is the Emi Hennig game. So, coming from Uncharted, I feel like this game is going to be good. I don't know though how, Like, for instance, with the first 3 Uncharted games, I was able to sit through the narrative and the story actually and have fun, good time. It was fast paced. It wasn't taking up my time. The fourth one is where it would have cut scenes that would of just mundane things, and that would be the gameplay, like the house at the beginning. I never beat Uncharted 4. There was too much where the game would just slow down, or it would speed up and be a game, and it would not mix with the narrative. Anyway, I'm excited about this because it's another thing where I like the dual protagonist. Because from what I understand, you could be Captain America or Black Panther. I would think that I would have more fun maybe with the Black Panther character because of the combat I see Black Panther do. It's more like martial arts and acrobatic. But Captain America could be cool too. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Let's see. Considering the last Captain America game was good, what was the last Captain America game? Was that the movie tie-in one? And I never played it. But Falcon just isn't that popular, especially in that. Yeah, that could be it. He's just not popular. But I think it wouldn't matter. I think if Marvel was to market like a Marvel game of Captain America, Falcon dude, Sam Wilson, I think is his name. But the marketing was around the studio that's making it, the combat system, the gameplay. That's all they need to hype people. What they do too much nowadays is they're like, oh, there's a game, but the IP needs to be something that is popular and that we can. And I really think if they were to market gameplay to people, that would do better for most of these games that are coming out that people just forget about. Because then we get those cinematic trailers sometimes. Yeah, Black Panther in the Avengers game. I don't remember if I played that, the Black Panther. I just remember playing Black Widow and I really liked it. Yeah, the movie tie-in Captain America video game. Oh, okay, so that was pretty good. And those tie-in games are fun sometimes. Here's one that I don't know if a lot of people played. Not the G.I. Joe game from last year, but the G.I. Joe game from like maybe 2 years ago. It was good. I beat it, actually. Okay, check this out. A new Sonic leak called GU. On 4chan, Sonic Freedom, take it with a grain of salt. So I guess the idea is either there's a game called Sonic Freedom or Sonic Blitz. Someone did find that a website that showed Sonic Blitz being trademarked. This person is describing, I guess they did a play test of what they think is a Sonic game. And a few things, to me, it sounds a lot like Frontier. It's open world. Let's see. Yeah, they're saying the executable is GUJIYU. So, it's in a cyberpunk-esque city. So that can make sense after playing Sonic Frontiers, making something that has more of like a city landscape, maybe to pull in more GTA players. And then, yeah, pressing the right trigger. So they could be just guessing. But that actually makes sense for a new Sonic game. And apparently there was some Chow hanging out in the game as well. Yeah, it's interesting. Some people are saying Sonic Freedom. Some people are saying Sonic Blitz. Sonic Blitz sounds like that would be a mobile game. Sonic Freedom does sound like a console game or whatever. So I like Sonic games, but after Sonic Superstars, I was a little disappointed. But they came back and they admitted to their mistakes with Sonic Superstars. I got to say, the fact that they're saying that, I hope that means that will come through with their next Sonic game. Actually, I'm looking at this little ad of a cool looking. I mean, I'm afraid to just click on things on 4chan. Oh, but it goes straight to this. Wow. Look at this. It's called Heart Abyss. Looks like it's a samurai style game, and you wear a little like fox or tanuki suit like Mario, so it almost looks like Mario 3 Mario. Dude, this combat looks good. Let me download it. Give me a second. I'm going to... Okay, no, I think instead Steam is just going to freeze. Okay, there we go. Okay. All right. A couple things I want to do. Because I think I went through the news. I want to see if we could troubleshoot and fix Where is it? Record of Lotus War. Let's see if we could do that live. And then I might jump into that 9 Years of Shadow. Yeah, I meant to bring that whole thing up, and I will in just a second. That's another news item. Okay, I think I saw the issue. I have VSync turned off because I have VSync turned on in the NVIDIA control panel. Okay. So there is something to my character looking like it is moving slower. It's weird because it doesn't seem like it. So here, look at... Oh, wait. Let me... So here, look at the map. You see how it's arbitrarily just laid out? It doesn't really look like anything. And that's kind of what I was saying. Like, I love the immersion of, like, I'm looking at a map that actually looks like it's... Okay, and I press start to get out of the menu. Okay. No, that didn't do it. The game is still... Let me try something else. It's so weird how the arrow's up and down, yet you press left and right. Okay. Nope, the character is still moving slow. So... something real quick. Do I still have that window up? Yeah, give me just 1 second. No, okay, so I'll probably test it out later. I'll jump into this other game. So basically what's happening is there is a bit of slow-mo with the character. And it's weird that that's happening. And again, I didn't realize this until I was playing on the ROG Ally. I noticed that everything is a little faster. Yeah, because the other option might require me to actually edit something. And doing that live, nah, not gonna work. Okay. So here's the other thing I wanted to touch on. Let me go back here. Anyway, yeah, some other people have said that, and it has something to do with like the NVIDIA control panel. Something that, yeah, it's not easy to troubleshoot on stream. Okay, check this out. 9 Years of Shadows coming to PS5, Xbox Series, PS4, and Xbox One in Q2 2025. So another Metroidvania. That's right, I'm going through this phase right now. Since I've beaten games, I'm waiting for Rise of Ronin and Assassin's Creed. So this game came out in 2023, and I played it, and I just stopped. It's actually pretty fun, but I just stopped. And I actually downloaded it so we could jump back into it, because since it's getting a proper release everywhere else, I figure it's worth talking about, because you know who does the soundtrack? You know who does the soundtrack for this game? That's right. Hold on. Yamune Michiru Yamane. Look, it's hard for me to pull those Japanese names right out of the hat. Okay. Let's we're gonna jump into this one. Okay. Yeah, so I played this back in 20... Yeah, look at those graphics. Oh, and it actually feels good. And yeah, there's the changing thing too, just like Record of Lotus War. But it's been a while. It has been a while, so... I don't even remember. Interesting. Okay, here's the map. Okay. Let me actually... Oh, sorry. Let me move something because there we go. Portrait of Hope, funny. I just realized that. Yeah, Michiru Yamane. Yeah, and I don't know if she did all the music or just some of the music, because some of it sounds kind of different, but she's made different music before. Okay. So it's been 2 years, just like the regular Veloci. This actually feels really good. Wow. Yeah, the feeling of playing this feels really good. What are some other buttons? Oh, I'm underwater and I turned into something. Okay. I don't know where I should be going. Actually, it looks like I should be going to the bottom right. Did I mess that up? Uh-oh. Did I get myself stuck? What are some buttons? Ah, there we go. Nice. Okay. Didn't know if I was supposed to do that, but I did it. Press B to deactivate siren form and perform a lullaby. How do I perform a lullaby? Probably done this before. Wait. Am I not supposed to... Okay, well... I'm completely forgetting the controls in this game. But it's okay, it's fun to come back to a game after a while and... Okay, that... Yeah, I'm not supposed to do that. What? Okay. Oh, didn't want to do... I'm trying to be cool, but that did not work. Okay. Oh. So, here's some thoughts. This controls way better than I remember. It is... Well, oh, the graphics are beautiful, but this controls way better. And, you know, I think I've played quite a bit, right? Like, let's see. Oh, that's cool that they have all of my little things here. Okay. Backward dash, okay. When the light bar's empty, or hug. Oh, okay. Interesting. Charge your light at the... Oh, okay. Yeah, that's... I kept missing that. Okay, that's cool there. So I can, like... Uh-oh. My screen just went black. Alright. Oh, interesting how when I touched the water, like, I turned into a different character or something. Yeah, it's been so long. I have not... Okay. I guess... Oh. I guess really these are just obstacles. Okay, do I... Something about hugging... What was that? Oh, when it's empty, okay. Backdash. Wait. Oh my gosh. Okay. So press B to deactivate siren form perform. Okay, that's probably the thing with my buddy. So. Ah, there we go. So as I get my health back. thought it'd be cool again, but oh no! And then I didn't press it on time, so let me. Can I do lullaby? Yeah. Cool. That's got to be a door. Oh. That's something, right? Yeah, there we go. Oh, my screen just went black. Okay. Oh, this looks like a boss. Does it? Oh, not cool. But I got it? Oh, darn. Alright. Okay, get back here. Screen went black again. Okay, so I have to go up. Okay, so this kind of interesting. I don't know if there's a. Oh, come on. If there's some sort of thing that. Oh, there we go. Okay, cool. I need to hug my bear again. All right, there. I don't know what that does exactly. I do find this fun because there's the platforming it's like it's not difficult. It's more of just asking me to press some more buttons. Again, my screen going blank. It's a little weird. Oh, I can't. Okay, so I can't come here. Oh, it's that time. Is there a save room somewhere? Because I can't do anything there. Alright, let's just head down, I guess. Well, this is closed now? Oh, okay. Oh, maybe there's somewhere else I could go. Oh. Oh, that was something. Okay, well. Alright, there was another... Oh, what is this? Blue note. What's a blue note? Oh, I see it's the top right something to pick up. Okay, well, it looks like I have to go, and there's no place to save. That's unfortunate. But I didn't really do too much anyway. All right, well, we can head out. Well, let me exit this so I can easily switch. Anyway, thanks all for joining this episode of the Blue Gamer. I think you just don't like music. Yeah, that'd be cool. But yeah, thanks for joining the Blue Gamer Bluecast morning show. I'll be back tomorrow. Yeah, thanks all for chilling. Watch me play that game. It's a lot of Metroidvanias until, again, Assassin's Creed and Rise of Ronin. So, all right, see y'all later.